Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Comic Book Users. Welcome to another episode of the show alongside Mr. Wild Bill.
Hello, comic book fans. Welcome back to another episode of Comic Book Geezers. We're going to do classic battles showcase between Thor and the Hulk.
That's right. We had this idea a couple days ago that maybe we should start kind of talking about and showing off some of these classic hero battles where you had two very prominent heroes who fought each other a lot, and they had kind of a rivalry. So the first one that came to my mind was, of course, Thor versus the Hulk. We've got some other ones planned for you down the road a ways, so we're kind of trying.
It's a tie.
It's a tie. Yeah. So we've joked on camera here many times that Thor and Hulk have fought each other throughout the history of Marvel Comics, and they always end in a tie. So it led me to start doing a little bit of research, and there's this kind of the website, this blog that I went and looked at. And this guy actually went and mapped out every single time that Thor and the Hulk went at it, whether it was for a page or a whole book, all throughout the career of Marvel. And he's got Hulk winning so many of these battles and Thor winning very few and a lot of ties. So I figured we would pull out some of the ones that we have in our collection. Before we do so, I'm going to read you the tale of the tape because we'll try and do this each and every time. So the Hulk, listed at 7 feet tall, 1,040 pounds, right? Going up against Thor, who
gained weight.
I guess he gained. I don't know.
He was always 1,000 pounds.
Oh, so those couple of cheeseburgers he ate at the last meal, right? Thor 6'6" at 640 pounds, right? How accurate that is, I have no idea.
He's 640 pounds?
That's what they say. That's a lot, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the hammer weighs 100 pounds.
Probably more than that.
Probably more than that.
Okay.
So, of course, the first time they fought actually is very early on in Avengers. I believe Avengers number 3. There was that issue where, because Hulk was a member of the Avengers early on, but then real shortly afterwards he, because the Hulk, he's not a member of the team.
You can't control him.
Can't control him. And then
he's a monster.
Namor comes into play, I think, in issue number 3, and he convinces Hulk to fight against the Avengers. So then there's a couple scenes where Hulk and Namor are fighting Thor, and Thor's actually doing quite well for himself. But as we've noticed throughout the career of these characters, Marvel has kind of changed up their powers a little bit along the way, right?
Yeah.
You've seen, Hulk really early on, I think, was not as powerful as they made him later on. And I think that has also been the case with Thor a bit. But there's the big argument that, if you take away Mjolnir, Hulk destroys Thor. But Thor, with the hammer, with the powers of the thunder and the elements,
does he need the hammer for that, or no?
I don't know. I think it's all part of it.
He's the god of thunder.
But it's the whole package, right? If he's got all of that, he is a match for Hulk and possibly even stronger. But as we've seen in some of these fights, when he lets go of the hammer,
he's weak.
He's a little weaker. He could beat almost every other superhero out there or villain without it. But the Hulk is on a different story. So the earliest issue that either one of us have where they actually fight is issue number Journey to Mystery number 112.
Wow.
Yeah, this is I need to put this in something better too. It's kind of but yeah, this was when I was looking for this for the longest time. I bought this a couple of years ago, and it's not in, I'm not going to open up because it's not in very good condition, but this is a landmark issue because this is the first ever battle on the cover between these two behemoths. And this story actually is like a flashback story because the whole story is, if you remember talking about the Avengers issues where they fought a couple minutes ago, well, in those Avengers issues, they don't show a ton of the battle between the two, but this basically gives you the entire highlights of the battle, because so this actually takes place at the same battle. You have the other Avengers, you got the Submariner. Well, while Submariner is fighting like Iron Man and Giant Man and whatever, and these guys were fighting off camera or whatever. This actually shows you the entire behind the scenes. This actually shows you the entire battle. So basically, just here's, instead of getting the highlights in the Avengers comic, you get the whole fight right here. This is the full battle. Very cool, drawn by Jack Kirby, and this is an absolute tie. So the first big time they fought is an absolute tie. So that's that one. I don't know which came first. Maybe let's go this one next, right? Because and that's probably my favorite, the one you have. So then they fought again in Submariner 35. So this was part of a multi-issue arc that went through the Avengers, Submariner. I believe the Hulk, was it in the Hulk issue as well? I don't remember.
Yes.
And this is basically the formation of the Defenders. So you have Namor, the Hulk, and the Silver Surfer going up against the three Avengers up there. And I do have this one open because I do want to show this, because this does include a nice little battle between the two Titans that starts right here. Okay. And again, you throw Iron Man and Submariner into the mix, and this is a big battle, right? And I just kind of gave it away. We are going to do another version of another one of these in this series with Iron Man versus Namor, because that potentially is even a bigger rivalry than this one here we're talking about today. And again, who wins in this one? It's really kind of a draw, because I mean, Thor lands the last blow, and he puts Hulk on his seat. But then they all realize that they should be working together, and that's kind of where it goes from there. So there's that one. So that's another kind of like draw. This is probably
one of the greatest Thor Hulk covers, battle covers.
Yeah.
Breakthrough.
And again, this is also another Defenders versus Avengers battle. Because here you have the Defenders are fully fledged at this point. So, you have Doctor Strange leading the charge. Also the best cover. That is iconic, because it just goes to show. And how many hours? I forget. I know it says it in there. They were fighting for how many hours, stuck in that kind of back and forth pose there, which was just absolutely epic.
Chapter 9.
Chapter 9 of this whole So Chapter 9 of this whole Defenders Avengers story arc, and it just started right off the bat. They start going at it, and I guess it's in New York, I think.
Here comes Thor.
Who did that artwork? Was that Buscema? I don't remember. Sal Buscema, yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Frank Bolli did the inks. And this is just a classic back and forth.
Already Thor taking his lumps.
Yeah.
And thrown into a wall.
Yep. There's also this thing that they say that a lot of times Thor was holding back when he was fighting Hulk. I don't know how much I believe that.
Why would you?
I don't know, but he always said that he was holding back against a lot of villains and whatnot that he went up against.
It goes with the hammer into Hulk's chest.
Yep. Bouncing right off.
Then you got over here. They clash. Kapow.
Yep.
Kadow. I like how Hulk grabs Thor's cape.
You might got to do something, right?
Come back here.
And how many times did Hulk actually say to Thor, "Put that hammer down and let's fight. Come on, you need a weapon, right?"
Yeah.
But that's part of his whole thing. So he goes to try and grab it there. This classic. This one's so good. Nay, I be stronger. As strong as the monster, I be stronger. Neither one wants to give an inch. It's just classic stuff. The two alpha males of Marvel Comics. Oh. Yes. So good.
Full page.
Yeah, and you could tell Hulk is getting madder and madder. Look at that down in the corner there.
Sal Buscema going to town.
And I love how they mimic the cover with that splash page there, right? So it's almost the same. Very similar. But that's how they wind up in that pose, right? They're neither one giving an inch. And I think it says somewhere that they do this for hours. Look at this.
When I get you in the ring, I'm going to rip your head off. I'm going to take that belt from you. In this case, it's the hammer.
Yep.
I'm going to take that hammer from you.
And who shows up to stop it but the rest?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange and Silver Surfer and the whole rest of the crew. And finally get them to stop, right? It's like, because they're not getting anywhere.
Assemble.
Yep. Because they're not really getting anywhere.
Well, we got a big meeting about it. But there you have the Clash Factor.
Yeah. So again, nobody wins that one. That's another draw.
Yep. No more conflict in this issue. More like being united.
Yeah. The classic battle.
One last Hulk panel here.
Yep.
So, there you have it.
Just think of the might that's there, because you got Silver Surfer there, Namor's there, right? I mean, that's pretty strong. Here's another one. That's is that next in line, I guess?
Oh, for me it is.
Yep. Okay.
Hulk issue 255. They go at it again.
Yep.
And in this one, the Hulk tries to pick up the hammer, and he can't. Because he's not a god. So he struggles and struggles to pick up that hammer. His tape is going to rip on me.
Did you hate that?
I do. So.
Thunder under the East River. Of course, 'cause it's got to be in New York City.
So, get right to it. Blake, Dr. Blake, taps his little cane, turns into Thor, goes after the Hulk. Thor can fly with his hammer.
And he comes to him on a friendly basis, right? He comes, he just puts his hand on his shoulder, but of course, Hulk is like, get away from me.
Yep.
It's like,
You again.
Yeah.
Blonde hair.
It's like, all you want to do is talk, talk, talk. And then Thor responds, kablam. And here comes Hulk picking up a train, right?
I
Or
believe
whatever.
this is Sal Buscema also. Yep.
Yes, indeedy.
And Joe Rosa.
Yep.
Sal was with the Hulk for about 10 years.
Yeah.
He had a long run. A little bit longer than Herb Trimpe. So you have more colossal titans clashing.
And they reference in that one panel, they reference issue number 112. He says,
Right here.
yeah, right here. So I guess whatever they're talking about, he references here. He goes, the last time we fought, or one of the first time we fought, you know.
Up here.
Is that Dr. Doom smiling over there? What is that all about? He looks like he's smiling.
For his subscription. Yes. Get a Marvel subscription. Thor saving innocent bystanders.
Yep.
Right? And you got this bottom panel where they clash again.
Oh, yeah.
Right down here.
Awesome. So evenly matched.
Yeah, get that.
Yeah, that's great.
I like the background art.
It's so effective, right? You don't need to see anything
Nuclear
else.
blast.
That's exactly what it looks like, yeah.
Here's something you don't see in Marvel Comics too often. DC
DC
characters being plugged for Pez candy dispensers. I wonder what those things are worth if you got them.
I used to have a couple of them.
Imagine having a Joker Pez dispenser. Thor getting some more lumps from the Hulk.
Yep.
Right
Hits him
here.
so hard he drops the hammer.
Now where is it where Hulk's trying to pick it up? Here it is.
Right there, yeah. Because it's laying there.
He's trying to pick it up.
Can't do it.
And then when he finally lifts it up, he looks and it's like, bah, it's a puny stick.
Because, of course, Thor turned into Don Blake as it was over.
And
a
now,
minute.
yeah, he's like, where did Goldie go? Puny man. Yeah, because Thor turns into Dr. Blake.
So could you technically say that Thor won this battle? I mean, Hulk won this battle because he got the last lick in and made him drop the hammer. I think technically you could say that that's a Hulk win right there.
Thor has to go
Yep.
try and find the Hulk because the Hulk escapes. So there's another clash.
Yeah, and we got one more to show you here. It's issue number 385 of Thor. This is later on. This is Friends and Milgram cover, and of course, Hulk's got his little tidy purple shorts there. And here we go. Not crazy about the artwork here, but here's what it is. The yellow hair hammer fighter, Hulk smash you like a flea. The ranting of a savage doth not bother a god. The yellow hair hammer guy. He's got it too. So here we go. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. As always, it's just a back and forth battle. And as you can see, Thor's using that hammer quite often here. I think that's Hulk's point, is that, without that hammer. But here you can see, I mean, Hulk's even got a bloody nose here. Because Thor wraps him a couple times, and then Hulk is sitting on the floor, and he's got the bloody hammer. So this one appears to be, thou art worse than bestial, truly thou art mad, but am I not mad as well, for I am savoring this battle. And of course Hulk goes and grabs a woman, and basically holds her hostage there and says, all right, well, throw away the hammer, and Hulk will free the girl. So basically, Thor puts down the hammer, and then Thor goes and whacks him real quick. And basically, I think that's where this takes a turn that Thor does not like. Although Thor seems to be doing pretty well for himself. He's getting his licks in, but he's not using the hammer. And has a minute gone by? I don't know, right? Because he can only be without holding the hammer for a minute. But here, it continues on. So to my knowledge, this is the first time I remember them fighting where Thor puts the hammer down for quite a long time. And then this goes on.
Nothing happens.
He's doing well. He's doing well.
He doesn't turn into Blake.
No,
after 2 minutes.
Yeah, he has not, which I think is very strange. Or unless he's got it hooked behind him, I'm not really sure where the hammer is. But they continue on, and it's just fist to fist. So he's not hitting Thor. He's not hitting Hulk with the hammer. But I don't see the hammer anywhere on him. And again, it just keeps going. It keeps going. And, Thor hits him. He goes into this train yard, and the train blows up, and he's on fire, but he comes out, and he's still wailing away. Is there no limit to the beast's strength, right? And now Thor is bleeding, and he goes, why? And Hulk says, why can't I defeat you? Why can't I defeat you? Why? He keeps pounding him. Thor keeps coming back. This is actually a much better battle than I remember. Give up. So he's pounding him. Thor's got a busted up face, and then he goes and he grabs the hammer again. And he's like, so now they're back at square one, and he says, why stop thou, monster? Is it because you faceth the wrath of Asgard once again? Hulk's not afraid of any man, but Thor's not man. Thor, god of thunder. And basically, that's how the Hulk takes off. And again, really no winner, but I think the one cool thing about this is that Thor went at it with him without using the hammer for a good portion of the issue, and still held his own, but they both got beat up pretty bad. They're both bleeding and busted up and whatnot. So, really good battle right here.
284.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Signed by Joe Sinnott.
Aha.
Al Milgrom, Joe Sinnott cover. Sal Buscema, Joe Sinnott on the inside. Yes, I got Joe Sinnott to sign this when I met him for the second time.
There you go.
I asked him to sign the insides, but he was signing the outside. I was like, can you do the inside, please? So he did
that
the
might
inside.
actually be worth money someday. So,
I hope.
Yeah.
All the other ones, he signed the inside for me because I like to keep the covers crisp. But he had such a great signature, so I'm glad he did sign the outside
It
of this
looks
one.
fine on it. Yeah, it's not like some sloppy thing. That was
You can read it.
Yep.
So Thor enters this battle somewhere in the middle here. It's a rip page.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
Got a bunch of Asgardians there, I see.
So, of course, Thor throws the hammer at the Hulk, nails him in the chest. Right? Hits him. So this looks like Thor gets in the last shot. Let's see, the Hulk.
Hulk's trying to wrestle the hammer away from him. That's not working.
The hammer's taking Hulk for a ride. Nice. And then, this is pretty much the last panel of them clashing.
It's brief.
Because things take a turn.
No,
Like, hey guys.
let's work together.
Yeah. So this is a brief battle, but I think Thor has the better hand in this one.
Yeah, as brief as it is.
He also shows up Thor and Hulk battle in issue 300.
Yep.
Which is an abnormally large sized issue. If you say so. So that one, everyone's taking shots. This is when the Hulk goes berserk.
Yeah. As Luke Cage
finds
out, he just decimates Luke, poor Luke, and Iron Fist.
Because the Hulk was looking for Doctor Strange, but he's
Yeah.
out of control. And what happens is, at the end of this issue, Doctor Strange sends the Hulk into another dimension to get rid of him. Not to kill him, but because he's on a rampage. He's the mindless beast.
So here he is battling the Avengers again.
And Thor steps in.
You have to send Vision on the ground, right?
Yeah. See this over here? Right here.
Yep.
He sends him right down underground. So
crushed
Thor
him.
shows up. I like how they got the lightning showing up, emitting from his feet.
Yeah.
You should have did that more often.
There we
Here you go. Here's some slam factor.
Here we go once again.
That tie pose.
The two titans.
Yep, right here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then Doctor Strange steps in. It's like, we're going to banish him to limbo.
He's like, this is not going to end well, right?
We're going to banish him to limbo.
Because he has experience, right? He knows those two guys will be fighting forever. And like, here we go again. It's cars in between them. That'll go on forever.
Arg.
That will thou not fall, Hulk.
Krathum. There you go. So.
There you go. Oh,
This is it. This is what I was looking for.
yeah, there you go.
Right here. More action. It looks like Thor's getting the better of Hulk on this one. A little bit.
Because here there's no reasoning with it. There's no dialogue. Hulk is just like...
He's mindless.
Yeah.
Here says it all right here. This look on his face.
Yep. Yeah, look at that bottom, right? He just looks... He's just out of his mind.
That's it.
Yeah.
So Doctor Strange sends the Hulk away into another dimension. And
Exile.
that takes off in issue 301.
Yep.
He's like in another realm. So they have some more Hulk clashing with Thor.
That's right. Someone needs to put out like a omnibus that has every single piece of all the battles between these two guys.
But
at some
you
point.
just saw some of them in some of these books.
That's right. Yeah. Good stuff. Good
So there you have a classic matchup between Thor and the Hulk. I hope you liked it.
Yep, we
should-
like this is fun. So I can't wait to do Namor versus Iron Man because there's a lot of those. So that should be fun.
We'll see.
Namor versus Hulk. And,
Namor versus Hulk.
yep. Hulk,
This- you
Thor
go
versus
on.
Hercules, right? Yeah, this is plenty of them. We're trying to figure out one for Spider-Man. Spider-Man like never fought any other hero a lot, but he fought all of them. Well, the Hulk, I think he fought more than anybody else.
There are a couple issues of those.
Yeah, so we'll find them all. We're going to go find them and we'll bring them to you. So stay tuned for more of that. So
Thank you for being here.
yeah.
As always, please click the like button and click the notification bell so you'll be kept in the loop every time we have a new video. We thank you for being here. We thank you if you're a new subscriber. Thanks for joining us. And if you like comics as much as we do, come on back for more episodes of Comic Book Geezers. I'm Wild Bill the Unknown Comic, saying thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. And for Pete, we'll see you real soon.
take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.